What's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint. We're back with another statue unboxing and review. This time we got the Batman Beyond Premium Format exclusive by Sideshow Collectibles. They only made 500 of these, and this is number 22 out of 500. It retails $595, or if you get the collector's edition without the extra head sculpt, it's $575. Before we jump into the unboxing, check out the giveaway we got going on. On our road to 100K, we're doing some milestone giveaways every 2,500 subscribers. So this is phase 2. We're giving away this Thanos bust by Sideshow Collectibles once we hit 95,000 subscribers. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit the like button, drop a comment, and stay tuned to the end of the video, and I'll give you some more details on the giveaway. I'm digging the red and black art box. You have a silhouette of Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond on the front, wrapping around to the side. You have his logo on the back, and on the side as well, with kind of like the little techno design going on. His logo on top as well. Let's get him out of the box. Alright, so kind of a unique packaging here, and that's because he has those wings. But you can see the two hands are separate. All black, but it has texture in it, guys. So you can see, like, on his palm you have that texture, and the knuckles and the fingers. Here we have the head sculpt for the collector's edition. I guess you would call more of a modernized take on the Batman Beyond costume design. Always was kind of interested on how it works, because it looks like his face, but it looks like a mask at the same time. I like the whiteout eyes and those little details on his face though. Then we have the collector's edition, which I would consider more of the animated series look. It has like a smoother mask look, longer, pointier ears, but otherwise same type of whiteout eyes. You can see his teeth gritting a little bit, but I like it. Then we have the base. It's part of like a futuristic building, kind of a gargoyle building. You have this kind of crimson red look here, the smoke on the back, and of course the bottom of the base. And then we have the body. You got to be careful with these wings. They feel like they are a PVC material, but I just don't want anything to snap. Here's his back. Same kind of details in the suit like we saw in the mask. And then the piece of flame booster coming out of his boots, which will key into the building. Alright guys, let's get it together. Alright, so this is going to be an even quicker assembly than I originally thought, because the way that the body is sculpted, the only two safe places for it to rest is inside the styrofoam or keyed into the base. It didn't feel sturdy to put him down on his back. I didn't want to snap one of these wings, so there we have it. Let's go ahead and get his arms, or I guess his hands, placed in. So this is going to be his left hand. I'm sorry. Yeah, right? Yeah. Alright, let's start with his collector's edition head sculpt. Boom, there we have it, Batman Beyond.
But you don't know a thing about me.
Batman Beyond is the Batman of the future. He first appeared in his own animated series on January 10th, 1999. This universe takes place in the year 2019, which is about 20 years after the events of the Batman animated series show. An aging Bruce Wayne puts together a high-tech batsuit to try to help combat crime in his weakened state. Newcomer Terry McGinnis comes along and picks up the mantle as Batman, guided by an older Bruce Wayne. The popularity of the show would lead to its own comic book series, which was released in March of 1999. Batman Beyond Issue 1 was written by Paul Dini with art by Bruce Timm, same creative team from the Batman animated series. Alright guys, so like I mentioned, pretty low edition size on the collector's edition with only 500 made, retails at $595, and it was sculpted by the great Daniel Bel. I feel like this piece is kind of flying under the radar a little bit. It could be maybe because the character doesn't have a lot in his costume design, just being an all-black costume, but I really like those red wings and the red bat emblem on his chest. Let's see how tall this guy is. The top of his head looks like it's the tallest point. Yeah, he's just shy of 22 inches tall with the exclusive head sculpt, it's going to be just about 22 inches. The diameter of the base is pretty small, right? So only about 10 inches if you're looking at just the base for its depth, and then the width is just about, man, 7.5 inches. But of course, if you're looking at like back to the front, it's more of about 19 inches deep, and that wingspan is going to make it more of about 17 inches. So it depends on what kind of display area you have, because, you know, with width and depth, you could always put on an angle or what have you, and make it work. So I'm a big fan of the character. I love the animated series, the original one. I love the Batman Beyond series, which is kind of like I mentioned, a futuristic alternate take on Gotham. I was always into futuristic characters like Spider-Man 2099, and I would say this is the Batman equivalent of it. So I always like this statue, big premium format quarter scale piece, and let's take a look at its design. So like I showed up close, you have a futuristic gargoyle. I really like the finish on it. It has this smooth, shiny finish to it. It doesn't really feel stone. It almost feels steel, if anything. On the inside, you have that nice kind of deep crimson red design. I think that looks nice, looks futuristic, with some kind of archaeological details going through that piece as well. Now moving to the back, you have this large explosion, and I like how that's part of the base, and you can kind of see where it's shining a light onto the steel building, or maybe even singeing it, but they kind of put that paint application to give you that illusion. So that explosion is coming from his heels. Batman Beyond has the power similar to Iron Man in his suit, where he can use blast to allow himself to fly. So moving up to Batman Beyond, he's outstretched, leaning forward, he's taking off. I really like the pose on this. And I think the anatomy looks great. It's what you would expect to see from Daniel Bel. He looks more like a leaner type character, which Terry McGinnis is. I think he did a great job on the anatomy, looking at the muscles in his legs and up to his torso. Although the suit is just all black, he made sure to sculpt in some line work to give it some more depth. The utility belt is one of the only pieces that's not black on him. It's a silver, kind of dull utility belt with a red belt buckle. Moving up to his bat emblem on his chest, they really gave it a shiny metallic red paint coat on there, which is a little different from the color on his wings. The color on his wings, it does have a shine to it, but it doesn't really look metallic. It looks a little bit more like a flatter looking red. But I really do like those wings. I think it really pops against the black suit. He's got the typical spikes on his gauntlet like Batman had. I like how he has those two sharp ones on each arm. And then, like I showed close up with the head sculpts, that weird kind of how do they do it in comics, like Green Goblin's mask or Batman Beyond's mask. I like to think it's futuristic, so it kind of has this way of just forming over his facial features while still protecting him. So I like this take on the portrait. Let's go ahead and switch it out to the exclusive, and we'll get that animated series vibe. I'm glad they included this portrait. It definitely gives me more of the cartoon look, more of that Batman animated series look. So longer ears, less details on the face, and that just screams Terry McGinnis. I really am digging this piece. I think that there could have been some improvements with the blast on his feet. Maybe a light up feature would have been cool, kind of like how they do their Iron Man statues. But it does look a little dusty, maybe a little dull to me. Maybe that's something that I might have to try to clean off really quick. But otherwise, I do like that incorporation to the sculpt, because again, you have an all black costume, you have a gray steel base, so what better way to highlight it than with this bright yellow explosion coming from his feet. But everything else I really like. I like how they went with the wings. I think that it looks great. It has a lot of motion within this statue and this pose. And it feels like he's jumping right out of the comic book, right out of the TV, and right off of the display shelf that I'm going to put him on in the back here. But anyway, let me know what you think about the Batman Beyond Premium format in the comments below, and check out the details for the giveaway. Alright guys, in order to be eligible for the giveaway, you have to be a subscriber to the channel. So go ahead and hit the notification bell, hit the like button on this video, and most importantly, drop a comment below. Once we hit 95,000 subscribers, I'm going to pick a random video where I promoted this giveaway and use a random YouTube comment generator to draw a winner. You could be any age, any location. We will ship this worldwide, so go ahead and comment down below to enter. Alright guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. Check out the playlist for my other statue unboxing and reviews right here.
out and power on through.